Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Repentant Conservative. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. I have a bit of a quandary here. Trey Melvin, I believe is his name, over at This Is a Commentary. That's his YouTube channel. I'll try to leave a link to his channel in the description. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I have a bit of a response to him. This guy seems to misunderstand how the real world works, especially this day and age with the employers and their skewed visualization. Now, I have a few things to say about it as a simple farmer of Midwest soil, and having to feed my family through fishing and hunting and barely scraping by, working any odd job that I can, even though he claims I have more white power than he does because simply the color of my skin. I'm sorry. He obviously knows nothing of the real world and knows nothing of the real world activities. The activities of the real world are skewed dramatically against the white man. I'm sorry he doesn't realize this, but as a white male, I do. So let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
You know what you won't do? You won't silence me. I don't know if maybe you white people are mad. Because the coins you were struggling to collect, to pay your last light bill, I spent on this. But that's neither here or there. But I do find it awfully hilarious, truly, honestly, that the topic of the conversation at hand it's not the oppression of black people. I know you guys don't know, the definition of oppression. I know you guys don't, really know what that is or what it means. But y'all are, lollygagging around that topic. The topic here is, my money. It is the money that I make. It's the fact that I make money, so apparently I can't experience oppression. Apparently I can't be oppressed or disadvantaged due to the color of my skin because of the money that I make. You know what? You know what I've always been? I've always been black. You know what I grew up? Yeah, that means I grew up black. You know what I didn't grow up with? Money. You know what the money I have now can do? They can do this funny thing called disappear. That's what money does. I make a lot of money, yes. I'm still learning how to manage it. One wrong move and I can lose all of it tomorrow. But you know what I'll always have, though? You know what I'll always be? I'll always have this. I will always be black. And I will always experience the disadvantages that come with being black. An officer will not ask me how much money I make prior to pulling me over for no reason. You know what they will do, though? They will ask after pulling me over how much money I make. They'll ask a lot of questions that are none of their fucking concern. How much money you make? Boy. What do you do for a living? They can't wrap their heads around how I can drive a car so nice and be this dark. They can't wrap their heads around the fact that someone this dark makes what they make in a year, in a month. They can't wrap their head around that, which is perfectly fine. It's perfectly understandable. But regardless of where our bank accounts stand, they still have all the power. They can still shoot me. They can get away with it. I can be the next Trayvon, the next Michael, the next Eric, the next Sandra. I can be the next hashtag, regardless of the money that I make. And they'll get away with it. And white people such as yourselves will defend those officers. Well, he was being...
You know what really drives me bonkers about this guy is that he doesn't realize exactly how good he has it. He's never lost a job to a white man. I can already guarantee you that. He's never had to deal with reverse discrimination. He's never had to deal with discrimination on a true level. Hey, maybe if you weren't speeding through neighborhoods, the cops wouldn't have to pull you over. No reason. Yeah. Okay. I'm about to buy that. Okay. The reason why I say that is because I've worked in some of the worst neighborhoods in Dallas. And if you don't know anything about Dallas, sir, let me point it out to you. Look up Vickery Meadows. Look up East Dallas. Look up South Dallas. I've worked private security in all of those neighborhoods. And every time I work a neighborhood, trust me, the cops look at me and say, "What the hell are you doing here? You're white." Yeah, I'm white. I'm doing the best that I can to put food on the table. But hey, I'm just a poor dirt farmer. You know, let me ask you something. When was the last time you worked the earth with your hands? Mine was yesterday. I dug up a new flower garden. A flower garden. Not a garden, not something to grow food, something to look pretty around the house. When was the last time you toiled in the earth? My bet is you never have. Racism doesn't exist. White privilege doesn't exist, because if white privilege existed, sir, I would have the job making your money. Why don't you try this with your channel? Instead of bragging about how much money you make and that the fact that your clothes probably cost more than my electric bill, why don't you teach others how to make your money? You can lose it tomorrow. Yeah, so can my dad. So can my brothers. They got more money than me. But I bought my piece of the rock. I'm not renting it. I'm not living in an apartment complex in a city, because I understand the reality of this world. I understand something you don't. I understand a reality in this world. But you don't get it. But there again, you won't until you wake up tomorrow. Or the next day. Or whenever you truly decide to wake up. You know what pisses me off the most about this is that this guy could be doing so much for the African American community, and he's not. Okay? He's using his political viewpoints, or his channel, for his own political viewpoints. Instead of saying, hey, look how much screaming about oppression brought me, why doesn't he show, and why doesn't he dare show, hey, look at what my hard work has earned me? He won't. Because it won't bring him his 3 million viewers. It won't bring him his quote-unquote shit. Instead of saying, hey, brothers and sisters, let's go get a job, now let's go make the money and develop the power, we're just going to sit back and demand it. That's all he's saying. This dude is the epitome of SJW, claiming that a homeless white person has more power and authority than he does. I'm sorry, if a homeless person that is white had more power and authority than he does, then guess what? He wouldn't be saying he could be the next Trayvon Martin. And wait a second, Trayvon Martin that was a justifiable shooting because the dude was on top of the other dude. Trayvon was on top of the white guy. The white guy didn't have a choice. The white guy was grounded and pounded. Legitimate. I'm not saying that there aren't unjustifiable shootings by police, white and black. But let's face it. Dude, either grow a pair and stand up for what is right. It's not a white thing. It's not a black thing. It's a thing. Okay? Point out the science to me that Trayvon Martin was shot unjustly. That Trayvon Martin was not on top of his victim when Trayvon Martin was shot and killed. Show me the science. You can't, because it doesn't exist. The science is there, and it proves that Trayvon Martin had grounded and pounded his victim. Yeah, you could be the next hashtag, but only if you do something stupid. I could be the next hashtag. Oh wait, I'm white. I can't be a hashtag. I'm a repentant conservative. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it much.